Hi, I'm Steve Wolf from GOVMINT.com, the best source for coins worldwide. Recently, we were honored by a visit from three absolute giants in the field of American coin collecting. Mr. John Mercanti, 12th Chief Engraver of the United States Mint and the artistic genius behind more American coin designs than any other designer in U.S. history. Mr. Edmund Moy, Director of the U.S. Mint from 2006 until 2011. And Miles Standish, Vice President of Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, a world-renowned professional coin grader, as well as a best-selling author. During their visit to the GOVMINT.com offices, we sat down with all three and we had a lively conversation covering a wide variety of topics. They each shared their own unique insights with us, and they told a few surprising behind-the-scenes stories as well. First, we asked Edmund Moy to tell us the fascinating story of how Augustus St. Gaudens's masterpiece 1907 Double Eagle design inspired one of the U.S. Mint's greatest triumphs, the 2009 Ultra High Relief Double Eagle.
Yeah, the Ultra High Relief was a labor of love for me while director of the Mint. Growing up, I was a coin collector, and one of the things that made me a coin collector were the interesting designs of coins. So I was sitting at my parents' cash register looking at all the various coins. I started pulling out the ones, including Indian head pennies, that were interesting. So fast forward the tape, 40 years later, I'm director of the United States Mint, which shows what a great country we have. But also in addition to that, what coins would I like to collect? And the holy grail among most coin collectors is getting one of the high relief St. Gaudens coins. And just knowing that that coin was never made the way that St. Gaudens had originally intended, he wanted an ultra high relief, and also knowing that those coins go for millions upon millions of dollars, and I can't afford them, what better thing than Mint Director than to create the coin that you want to collect and do it at such a price that's affordable. And so that's how the ultra high relief concept came into being. And then we had a number of challenges, which my friends here will talk a little bit more about, but you had to pick out what was the right design. What was the design that could be made that best encapsulated St. Gaudens' vision? And then second, did we have the technology to be able to make it? Because that coin was never made because it couldn't be made for mass production. And assuming that this coin would be successful, we'd have to mass produce it. And so that required us to delve into digital technology, modern presses, understanding metal flow, a whole bunch of technical issues. So the coin that was eventually made, I believe, was the highest vision that could be made that St. Gaudens would be proud of and say, this is it. And second, it was a technological marvel that brought together all the things that would bring any mint in the world into the modern 21st century.
We then asked John Mercanti how a classic gold design from 1907 actually propelled the U.S. Mint to the most advanced 21st century technology.
Well, yes, here you are, you're looking at a masterpiece, literally a masterpiece, a priceless masterpiece, and you're tasked with the job of reproducing this the way it was done in the 30s, and it's can we do it? Do we have the technology to do it? So it's actually bringing together people in multiple fields, not only art, but there's engineering, there's packaging, everything had to be developed for this thing. You'll notice that the coin is edge lettered. We had to develop breakaway dies that would come down, and as the press came down and closed on the planchet, the dies would close, and then the metal would squeeze in to make the edge lettering. So we had to develop all that, and there was a lot of things that were they were hard. There were mountains we had to climb, but we did it. We had the staff that was dedicated and devoted to making this happen for Ed, and I think St. Gaudens would be proud to see that coin today because it's a masterpiece. It's a 20th century masterpiece. We had been dabbling in digital technology, but for a few years. But the fact that we got to a certain point with the technology, we could do virtually anything in coinage. We could duplicate anything that we wanted. And we did a lot of research. We found models. We superimposed models over models just to make sure that there was no variation in modeling. Maybe there was a slight variation in an arm, so we would superimpose images over it. We did a great deal of things to actually make this happen, and I was proud of. In the end, I was proud of what we did and the way the staff came together to make it happen. We did what we called a test strike, and that's where we strike coins, and we strike them at a low tonnage and bring them up very slowly in tonnage. And as we increase the tonnage, the image becomes more clearer and more clearer, and we get an idea of how the metal's flowing. I think when we first saw that coin, everybody was breathless around the room. I mean, you can actually hear people, just oohing and eyeing. It was just incredible when we saw that coin. It's one of the most beautiful coins I think we've ever produced in this century, or the last. Mm-hmm. And it's because of this gentleman here.
Yeah, but it also, when I talk to collectors, most collectors I talk to lament that the coin was never made the way it should have, and that's haunted the mint for a long time.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons why I did this, other than as a personal collector, I'd like to own an affordable version of it. As the director of the Mint, I care about pushing the Mint toward greater technological prowess in this area, but it also was able to take this ghost that was haunting the Mint for a long time, put a nail in that coffin saying, hey, listen, we did it the way it was supposed to do it, now let's focus on the future. Let's not go back to the past and redo these designs again. Now we are free to figure out a new path for us, a new era of design.
We asked Miles Standish, Vice President of PCGS, if he could tell us how PCGS had been challenged by numismatic and technical advancements, such as the ultra-high relief gold double eagle.
Yes, I can. PCGS, which has graded over 28 million coins, had to modify its holder just for ultra-high reliefs to be able to handle that planchet thickness that Ed talked about and John talked about, to be able to encase that coin properly in the PCGS holder, and increase our gasket size, which helps have that coin float in the holder without any contact to any other plastic. So on the edge, it is held with our tri-gasket, as we call it, to hold it in place. So those are modifications we had to make, which is the reason we developed the tri-gasket, which basically creates 3 different points of contact with the edge of the coin, but it still allows you to see that edge lettering and gives you that visual.
Finally, we asked Miles about the significance of PCGS's first ever dual signature label for the 2009 ultra high relief gold double eagle.
It's a unique product. As you can see, just speaking with John or Ed about the ultra high relief, these are the 2 most important people that have the most passion for the 2009 ultra high relief. And what I wanted to create was something entirely unique that had never been done before in grading, was encapsulate their autographs with this coin, creating a triple play of collectibles, 2 original autographs and an authentic coin, which has never been done before.